CTV's Aiello is standing by in Ottawa following this story for us. Rachel, good morning to you. Talk to us about this stalemate. Where is this deadlock? Why have the government and the PSAC not been able to come to a deal?
Good morning, Akshay. So it sounds like talks are still ongoing. The Prime Minister said there, and Mona Fortier, the Treasury Board President, has also indicated that the federal government has a competitive and fair offer on the table. Obviously, though, as you're seeing behind me, there are picketers out on Parliament Hill. PSAC, the federal union leading this strike, do not agree. So what we're seeing today, Akshay, in Ottawa, there are 7 picket lines set up, including behind me on Parliament Hill, the Prime Minister's office, a few other government buildings as well. There are public service workers out there on the front lines. They have signs reading "Fair wage is our right," other things such as that. So we are kind of watching to see if there is progress today, if the two sides can get back to the table and come to a deal to see an agreement reached, something that both sides can live with, because if not, this is 1/3 of the federal public service on strike. And as we've been talking about all week leading up to this, it is going to have an impact on Canadian services.
Indeed, multiple services at a time when we need them the most. For example, tax, for example, passport, because of course summer holidays will be approaching soon, Rachel. But let's talk about what we know so far. We know that PSAC is saying that they're not happy with the offer the government is giving them. We have spoken to some regional representatives as well. When is it we can hear from ministers about how far they have reached on the bargaining table?
That's right. So a number of federal ministers will be updating the public and the media around 12:30 this afternoon. They will be speaking to kind of the status of talks, but probably also as well about what Canadians should expect if they're going to a passport office or an immigration office, for example. So we'll be hearing from Mona Fortier, the Treasury Board President, Karina Gold, who is the Minister in charge of passports, Diane Leboutillier, who is the CRA Minister. Obviously, it's tax time. That deadline is coming, and those filings will be impacted, as well as Immigration Minister Sean Fraser. So we're expected to hear from them kind of where things stand. What we've heard from the federal government already this morning is that they've put a 9% wage increase on the table. They've tried to address all of PSAC's other demands, things like telework, for example. But the union is saying that they are still not happy with what's been put on the table. They don't think it is a fair offer. They think, given the high cost of inflation, that more should be done to fairly compensate their workers. They're getting support from the NDP. Jagmeet Singh is out there on Parliament Hill right now joining in this picket line. So certainly it's become a bit of a political focus today on Parliament Hill. And an aside, but the Parliamentary Protective Service said all access points are open to MPs heading up to the Hill, but certainly they'll be greeted by protesters when they arrive.
Indeed, and speaking of Jagmeet Singh, our colleague Kevin Gallagher did speak with him, and once again Jagmeet Singh reiterating, Rachel, that he will not be supporting if it comes to back-to-work legislation, something he has made very clear when it comes to this understanding between the Liberals and the NDP. So where is the opposition really on it? NDP saying they will not support it. Bloc Québécois, as we know, is a workers' party. What about the Conservatives? Been quite quiet over it so far.
What about the Conservatives, Akshay, is a fantastic question. I'll be tuning back in to see if Pierre Poilievre has spoken at his caucus meeting this morning, but so far I haven't heard from them. But you're right. This is really kind of the NDP's bread and butter. They are a party for workers. They've made it clear from the outset, even before they went into this supply and confidence agreement with the Liberals, that should there be back-to-work legislation, you won't have our backing for that. So don't try to call it a confidence thing, because we will not support you. So Jagmeet Singh has said that they are kind of a ways away from that, and the federal government has many steps they could take before into a situation of back-to-work legislation, kind of imploring them to have a fair deal. The balance here they're trying to strike, and you're hearing from the federal government on this, is they want a deal that is fair for taxpayers. So I suspect that the Conservatives would be cued into that and kind of aligned on that perspective of being hesitant to roll out tens of millions, if not billions more dollars for federal public servants at a time of inflation, and when the economy is where it is and the deficit is as high as it is.
All right, we leave it at that. Of course, lots of action expected in Ottawa today. Aiello is tracking that for us. Thank you, Rachel.